plays by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
On fourth down, going to the air. Gets it out fast. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and need them. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Line gets set, first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going with the ground game left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Back to pass. It's Orji. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone, and that time, he just dropped it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Bringing the heat. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give is to Miller. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually...
Oh, look out! Inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Quarterback checking the play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 7, Alabama.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Milroe. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Leaves it with the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Defenses is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He knew the heat was coming. He had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did so beautifully.
Perfectly. I don't need a big gain. I don't need to hold on to this football because the longer I hold on to it with the blitz coming, the worse things are going to happen. I just need a few yards for the first down, get it out of my hand, get the first down.
And that quarterback knew the counter run was going to work on that play because he counted the box defensively before the snap. He saw that he had an advantage in numbers and blockers getting a hat on a hat, so he knew that was a green light. As soon as he got the snap, off they go, and it's an explosive play.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Starting to feel a little pressure. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Floating away. Got out of trouble and throws. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets him the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Henderson. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, looking to throw. Fires on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. The jet sweep pass. He breaks a tackle. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion. You've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I'm going to sneak a draw in.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to pass. It's Orji. Working that left side now. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Defense looks as if it's coming. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Reels it in down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field. You get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
No gain on first down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Tackled immediately after the catch. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They want to try to pull even right now as they're going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Loveland. Finds a crease at the 20. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 21, Alabama 16.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard to the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're just about ready to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for play.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's got it on the right. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Alabama pushing the tempo. And the missed connection on third down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage, putting points on the board.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Using the quick game. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. They went for 2, hoping to vault on top, but they're still sitting a single point behind. They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Got his man! Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Martinez. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Handoff from the gun. It's a fumble. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative. You're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line, ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. All kinds of running room. Touchdown Tide! What a catch and run for 6.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Nice catch for the two-point conversion. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Caught near the sticks. It's George. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Going up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping through the defense. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Touchdown, Miami! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And here's the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. You can't let our...
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
2-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll try to pound their way in. And they're able to get him down.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading.
Sends it downfield. Wide open. He makes the catch. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in there. He lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's George. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, K. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with a tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been hungry.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
He's taking the shot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
RD, what a play by the safety, and then the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back at half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Martinez. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Ward. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Miami!
And how about the aggressiveness? This coach says, I'm going for it. We're going to put 6 on the board, time ticking down, maybe be a little bit more conservative. I love the way they put the hammer down. Now they have the lead going into the half, an extra point away from a 7-point lead.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas this first possession.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered out.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it all in that last play.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. To the air, it's Milroe. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got a man, it's Haynes. Smashes through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Bernard. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Coming after it. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Using his legs, it's Young. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to run for it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. He will not get there. Stopped on the 2-point conversion try, and they still trail by 1 here in the 4th. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late, they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Ward. Getting some heat. Now adjusting. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
Even the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down the approach all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays again in this game. They may have just...
It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rebels will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The offense set for a first down play. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He makes the connection. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that quarterback. A nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. The ball's in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after one, we're
First down to start the drive after the break.
414 satellite. Cooler.
They'll leave it with him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal, getting the lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
3rd and goal coming up here. To throw, it's Iamaleava. Find his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. He caught it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. And now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They're bringing heat. The sure hands, it's Wells. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He uncorks one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Dart. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. There he goes, breaking the pocket. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to beat the DD. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bentley. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the 1st half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the 2nd half, they've got to get something going.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded...
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
He's going to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Sampson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Now on second down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that.
And the pass hits, picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
He'll try it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got it in the middle. It's White. Touchdown, Volunteers! What a grab and go for the score.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
He'll bring it out. It's Bentley. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Power football with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? To the air, it's Dark. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Tennessee 10, Ole Miss 0.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth.
Looking to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He looks that one in nicely. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. They want to just keep throwing it. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Selden. Bust through behind his pad. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They want that clock to run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They feed him again. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. To the ground with the back. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Let's see if both sides are content to just let this half run out. The offense takes a knee. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 3rd and long coming up here. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He'll throw it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
That's what I'm talking about. What a clutch play. You had to have a play on defense. You needed to get the ball back to your offense, forcing the interception, forcing them to throw the football late in the game. Nice job by this defense. Let's give the offense a turn now.
And off to Jones. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Dart. Now improvising. It's complete to the right. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
Got to get to the line, get it settled, get the clock stopped for the potential game-tying field goal. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll try to pin them back with this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. Oh, look at Mr. Hint. And now the hit knocks it loose. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer, if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, what a move. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Caught in the backfield at 7. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They're going to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. Got enough space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
From the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Could I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down, and getting a fresh set of downs.
Stopped after making the catch.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Quick strike complete. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown time. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Working that wide receiver screen. He will be stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt as they were trying to take the lead. They're wasting no time trying to get the ball back. They're going to go for an early onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Evans. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Bulldozes his way through. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he don't.
Can anyone catch him? The 40, at the 30, inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he got loose, it was all over. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
To the air, it's Milroe. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here come the Irish back on offense. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Little touch pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Moves away as he feels pressure. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Red pass, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? The option look. He'll pitch it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. They'll run the screen. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Going for the big play. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got a man. It's Haynes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like...
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the comeback is on.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's got room. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Notre Dame right back to the line. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they swarm him under.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Irish. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 98, set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to.
He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. And down he goes back at the 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snatches it on the right. They just barely saved themselves from giving up a score on the final play of the 3rd period, and will carry that one into the 4th. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little...
Oh, look out. The ball's free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Leonard. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Hornets, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. When you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They'll ride the hot hand. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
At the 40, there he goes. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. The completion well past the sticks. Touchdown ball! What a catch and run for 6.
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it. They score a touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Ward. Oh, he's going to go up top. Makes the catch on the right side. He's loose. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going to run it. It's Sampson. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. A rather ill-advised move that leaves his team in the hole. He's out of bounds at his own 4. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Scrambling away. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. 1st down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground, and now they've gotten another 1st down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Smashes through. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a man. It's Ward. On the run, still looking. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it in down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking down the left side. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Tennessee 21, Miami 14.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime.
And he makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys in that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Are you kidding? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing. Scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Sampson. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Going to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Bully ball on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Second down coming up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air. It's Ward. Got his man quickly. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
From the red zone, it's Johnson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Now, Tennessee.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Fletcher. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And as time is dwindling away in this one, the offense is set up. First and goal, a great opportunity to get the go-ahead score. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Jumped on top of the pile.
With the carry, it's the runback. Brought down at the 1-yard line.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Miami.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense lining up for a first down play. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And on second down for this offense. The give is to Miller. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. The 30. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, and he not only gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Bounced off his feet. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in your backfield.
And the Canes will snap it on first and 10. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. Line getting set on second down. The corners are walked up tight. On second down, wants to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Martinez. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Everybody wants chunk plays, and you need them, but this has been the epitome of efficiency.
No doubt. Take what the defense gives you. Sometimes it's okay to be patient. Sometimes it's okay not to push the ball down the field. The defense is giving the underneath stuff. The offense is taking it and moving the ball down the field really nicely.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up a wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Looking to throw it again. Using the quick game. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Here comes that Alabama offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They've just got to do a better job finishing.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He's looking to throw. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. And he's got it inside the 20. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Setting up the screen. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing him the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Ward. Trying to get to him. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 7, Miami.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Martinez. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. He makes a catch. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars.
Unloads it downfield. And it's caught inside the 15. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He wants to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking for a man. It's Ward. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Miller with the ball. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick completion on the out. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. This offense has a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're getting this guy lathered up. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
The give is to Miller. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know a field goal can tie the game right now. You have to at least give yourself a chance to do that. So I don't mind maybe taking some shots, but every time you drop back, you're risking taking a sack. You've got to dial up plays right now, I think, that are high percentage throws. You've got to run the football to at least give yourself an opportunity to push this game into OT.
The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. It's good. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best player. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, it's Ward. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Into the end zone. And it's picked off. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for them.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That's pretty to me.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.